welcome. I don't know what day we're on. It's Friday. It's Friday. Yay. How are you all doing? You okay? It is still December. So been open my outbound calendar today. And we are going to show you some absolutely beautiful makes today. So we're going to be making lava bead jewellery. And we're going to be using 4 different strands of lava beads. So we're going to be graduating that size up. And we've also got some lovely little crystals in there for you and some beautiful gemstone beads as well. So I'm going to get straight down to it because I'm just so excited. I will say a good morning to you all. And I'll take you over to the website first. So if you go onto the website, which is totallybeads.co.uk, have a little look at what we've got for you today. So scroll down to the video tutorial section and you will see these beautiful lava bead jewellery is what we're working on. Now you can still buy your findings kit, absolutely fantastic deal for £3.99 there. You can get them in all sorts of colours. We've got black plate, champagne gold, gold plated, rhodium, a rose gold, which is what I'm going to be using today for today's make, and also silver plated are the beauties that we're making. Now they range in price from £13.50 to £15.90, I think is the most expensive one, but you're getting 25% off these, and not just for today but for the whole weekend too. So they're really, really beautiful. As I say, we're using plated lava beads today, and you can choose different colours from black, champagne, gold, rhodium, rose gold and silver, so you can get your findings to match these beautiful beads. And I'll show you what we've paired with each one. So in the black lava bead colourway, you're going to be getting some gorgeous black tiger eye with that. I'm going to show you these close up because the colours are just stunning. Black tiger's eye is beautiful. It's got kind of a bluish sheen to it as well. So they're 6mm, and you're getting a string of your gemstones in there. You're also going to get a string of your crystal rondelles, which are the 1x2mm, so they're very small and very pretty and delicate. And you're getting your different sizes of your lava beads in there. So you're going to get 4mm, 6mm, 8mm and 10mm. So you'll be able to graduate that and play about with different designs. So for the black colourway, we've got black tiger's eye. I'm not leaving, don't worry. If you have a little look in the champagne colourway, which is down to £13.13, it should have been £17.50, so a massive saving there. You're getting your tiger eye rounds with that, and again, tiger eye, beautiful, gorgeous. Browns, golds, stunning crystal gemstones there. And again, you're getting your graduated sizes of your lava beads, and they're going to be plated in champagne colour, and you're getting your little crystals in there too. And for the gold colourway, just so excited about these. You know me, you know I love my crystal gemstones. You're getting the yellow jade with them, and they're a really beautiful, very pale yellow, but a beautiful, beautiful. So that's coming with the gold colourway. For the rhodium, you are going to get black rutilated quartz, which is beautiful. It's kind of got a milky colour to it, like a grey colours, and there's little kind of black speckles running through them. They're stunning. They're, I think, possibly one of my favourite. You've also got the silver colourway, which has the crystal quartz in it. So it's a clear stone, and they're beautiful. That looks so lovely with the colourway. And the one that I'm going to be demoing for you today is the rose gold colourway. Now the rose gold, again, you're getting all those different graduated sizes of your lava beads, but you're also going to get rhodochrosite with this. I always struggle to pronounce it. It's rhodochrosite, and that's a beautiful, beautiful stone. It's from the Greek word, I believe. So rhodos is meaning rose, and kros means colour. So it has got a beautiful rose colour to it. Pinks, little bits of brown. It's a really, really stunning gemstone, and is a symbol of love. So that is the one that we're going to go for today. So there, all your gorgeous choices on the website. I'm going to say a good morning to you while you're all deciding what you're going to pop in your basket. So good morning to you, Mina. How are you? You've got your stall this weekend, your fair. Hopefully that goes well for you. Good morning, Lucy. Good morning, Dorothy. She's in a rainy Glasgow. It's not raining here yet, but it's very dark, as you can see. Winter's truly upon us. No snow today, though. Good morning to Charlotte. She says, good morning, Natalie and everybody. Good morning to Rachel. She says, morning, everyone. A bit nippy here in South Yorkshire, putting the Christmas tree up as I watch. How lovely. I am so delighted, Rachel, that I get to be part of your festive kind of festiveness this morning. My Christmas tree is up. We have got it. I've not decorated it still yet. It's very large. It's 7 foot, probably about 7 foot wide as well. So it just about fits in the front window. And I'm just giving it lots to drink and let the branches fall a little bit before I get the lights on, which I think I was going to do it this afternoon, but I think I'll wait till Saturday. I think we'll have a full weekend of it. Good morning to Carol. She says, good morning, Natalie and our Beading family. Dull day here in Brixham. Rain due soon. Yeah, I think we'll probably get it too. Good morning to Kitti. How are you? Hope you're well. Good morning to Francis. Good morning to Amelia. Good morning to Charlotte, who says it's raining here in Hawaii. Good morning to Jackie. Good morning to, is it Eileen? Aileen? Good morning to you. Hope you're okay. Good morning to Camille. She says, good morning, Natalie. A bit dull here. Kitchen stinks as new cooker just put in, and it had to be on. And it has to be on to burn off the stuff they coat it in. Phew, cough, cough. Although it's cold, make sure, Camille, that you are opening up some windows there and you're getting plenty of fresh air. So Lucy has shared today's link. I'm going to show you them on the mat in a split second because I am just excited. I want to get straight to it today. Good morning to Anne. Lucy says, can't warm up today, makes typing hard work. Good morning to Sue. Good morning to Pamela. Good morning to Kath. Good morning to everybody. Right, okay, let me get this right. It's pronounced Aileen, but I answer to most things, to be fair. Well, good morning to you, Aileen. I will try my best because we've got Eileens in the group as well. So I'm not very good at pronouncing names, as you could tell with me trying to pronounce rhodochrosite, which is what we're working with today. I should have chose one I can pronounce, shouldn't I? Okay, good morning, Sue. Hope you're all right. Right, let me take you down on the mat and show you these absolute beauties. I'm rolling up my sleeves and I'm going to see if I can get, obviously, the stuff on my mat so it might not focus. So this is the black colourway, and this has got black tiger's eye with it. But can I hold one of these up? Can you see a bit of a blue sheen to this? Again, my light just does not do these justice, but these are so pretty and it goes so lovely with the lava stone. Now, as I said to you the other day, lava stone is a natural stone. It's got little pits inside of it, which makes it usually very, very porous, which is good to add essential oils on if you want to make like diffuser jewellery. But these are coated and plated in gorgeous different colours. So this is the black one. This is your traditional tiger's eye, and this is with the champagne colourway. And I think these look beautiful together. Look at the sheen on those. Aileen says, I love tiger's eye. I was thinking of making a tiger eye and lava bead bracelet for work, Secret Santa. Well, get this kit because you are going to get 4 4 different sizes of your lava stone in these, you'll be able to make up lots of bracelets. And you can also put extender chains on them. So if you're not sure of the size, get that little findings kit and that'll have everything to tie in. We've also got the lovely little crystals in these, and the crystals are different colours as well, which will match those gemstones and the colours that we've put together for you. This one's beauty. This one is gold with yellow jade. Oh, Dorothy says, I love your nails. Thank you, Dorothy. It's kind of like a heat coated one. So when my hands are quite cold, it looks more red. And when they warm up, it goes more pink. So this is the jade. And the yellow jade is beautiful. Look at the colour on that. It's very delicate looking yellow. Now this one, I do love this one. This is the rhodium. And I mean, there's so many different designs with these that you can do. I've put the beautiful rutilated quartz in amongst the middle of these just to highlight them. Can you see the little speckles that you get in these? There you go, that's focusing a little bit better. So you're getting white colours, blacks, greys, all of those tones just looking absolutely beautiful with the rhodium. Good morning, Kay from Wisconsin. How are you? Hope you are well. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to skip over that one. I'll come back to this one later. This one is the silver with your clear quartz. Again, looking so pretty together. And we've put like little clear crystals in with them gemstones as well, just to show them off. And all your different sizes of your lava beads, you're getting your 4mm, your 6mm, your 8mm and your 10mm, so you can really graduate that size. And finally, the one that I'm going to be working with today is the rose gold. And obviously, we're picking what colours look lovely together, but the rhodochrosite, which you'll hear me stumbling across the word numerous times, I'm sure today, has got, it means rose, rose colour. So you can see there's some beautiful like blush pink tones. You're also getting like black speckles and browns running through that. So it had to go with the rose gold colourway, didn't it? It just had to. Obviously, all gemstones are different. No two are going to be the same. Even if you get one string of the same gemstone, they're all going to have unique, beautiful properties to it. So you can see the difference in the colours for each one there, how different they all look. But they are beautiful. Sue says, good morning, everyone. These look fab. Love all the colours. And Pamela also loves that rose gold. Well, that's what we're making with today. I did ask Simon and Kitti, what one do you want me to demo with? Because if it's up to me, I'll be here for hours, in and in. I can't decide. I love them all. So you're getting in your kit everything you need to make with these, and you can add on your findings kit as well. So in terms of the findings, I'm going to be using the rose colour to match my rose colour plated lava beads. So I'm going to be using my Callouts, some jump rings, a little lobster clasp and some crimp beads too. And I'm just going to be stringing this on tiger tail today. They can be quite weighty. So it's good to have something nice and sturdy, something like your tiger tail, with that being that nylon coated wire, is going to be strong enough to make sure that these are all held in place. I'm going to be double crimping it, I think, just to make sure that that's nice and safe. But you're getting your 4 sizes there. So you're going to get your little 4mm ones, moving up to your 6mm ones, then to your 8, and then to those lovely large 10 ones. So you can play about with whatever design that you like with this. I want it graduated for this design, so I'm just going to do some very simple bead stringing, but I'm going to be moving up the sizes and adding those beautiful, tiny, sparkly little crystals in between, just to give it a little more delicate, pretty bit of shimmer. So your crystal rondelles are, I think they're 1 by 2 millimeter. So very small, very delicate, and very, very pretty. And then I'm also going to be using my gemstone beads. These ones are the rhodochrosite. I will get it eventually. And then someone will say, you're mispronouncing that, it's actually this. This is what I call it anyway. So it's meaning rose colour. It gets its name from the Greek words, and I think it's a symbol of love. So they are so pretty. Okay, let's get to it. So what I'm going to do to begin with is I'm going to cut my tiger tail, and I'm just going to cut it to the length that I want my necklace, and then give myself a little bit extra. So I always pop it round my neck, because although, you know, you could be making this as a gift for someone, I might want to keep it myself. So I'm just going to trim off my tiger tail. It's all come off the reel there. So I'll move that out the way. And I'm going to lay that flat. It's all curled round. I could have used my bead stopper, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out from, doesn't want to stay still, does it? I'm going to work out from the middle, and that way, as I play around with my design, I can design as I go. So if you know what design you want to use, you can lay it all out first. If you've got yourself a little bead tray, sometimes you can. When I was coming up with the different designs for this, I did use my bead tray to lay my beads out, to graduate my lava stone and have a little look where I wanted it. And then you can just string them on one by one. But when I'm designing on the go, so to speak, I like to start from the middle and work my way out. Oh, Charlotte, thank you so much for the stars. That's so, so lovely of you. Thank you very much. Okay, so you can use whatever you want with this, but as I say, I think the tiger tail is just something that I really particularly like to use. I'm going to try and reach over and grab my scissors rather than cutting with my wire cutters. And I'm going to start opening up my beautiful lava stone in different sizes, so I can pick them up as I go. I'm going to have everything out on my mat. Hopefully it will stay focused, but this is how I like to work. I'm not messy. I just like to have everything laid out in front of me so I can see what I've got. I'm also going to pour out some of my gorgeous little crystals. And then I'm going to open up my gemstones as well. Okay, so I think to begin with, I'm going to start, because I'd like it to be larger in the middle and then working its way up. I could have done probably with a straighter piece of tiger tail. This is going to keep curling round today. So I'm going to start with the larger one, and I think I'm going to add, let me just close that off, sorry. I'm going to add, I think I'll do little crystals in between on each side. So now I've put one on and it's gone down to the middle. I'm then going to place my crystals on each end of my tiger tail. And that way I don't have to worry about symmetry, because I'm going to do each end at a time. And then I'm going to add another one of my larger ones on, which is the 10mm. I wonder if I pop this just to weight it down, my little bead stopper. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Because it's been on my reel, so it's going to have a lovely curve to it, this one. And I think I quite like working with odd numbers. So I think I might put on 5 of the larger ones to begin with. and then finishing that off with a little crystal. So far I've just strung onto one end, and now I'm going to alternate. So then I'm going to move down, and I'm going to add the next size down, which will be the 8s. And I think I'll pop, we'll see what 4 looks like. As I say, there's so many different designs. Again, this is one of those lovely projects where you can be the designer. You can follow and make one exactly like this if you like. But as you'll have seen when I showed you all of the pretties that I'd already created the samples up with, each one was different in terms of how I strung on my crystals and my gemstones. These are, the only thing the same with them is they were all graduated, so I was moving up in size. So on either side of those large ones, I'm just popping on the next size down and adding a little crystal in between. So what have you been making recently? See, we've had Secret Santas being made. Isn't it lovely that you can make your Secret Santa presents? And if it has to be something like, when I've done Secret Santas in the past, obviously it's a secret, but then it's always fun to guess who got who what. And I think if people know you're a jewellery maker and you make them something that's handmade with extra love, you're not going to have to worry about have they already got one of these, because the chances are they won't have. It'll be very unique to them, and they'll probably know it's from you. Okay, so I'm adding the next size down, so the 6 onto each side, and adding on, trying to add on those lovely little crystals. And the crystals on this are a gorgeous little pink blush colour to them as well. It's very subtle. That's just going to stagger them out a little bit so you can really emphasise the size of those. So Diane says she's been making Christmas decorations. What Christmas deckies have you been making, Diane? I had my friend message me with a picture of her fully decorated tree, which is beautiful. And I spotted on it a little wire cat decoration, which I've added 2 onto there, which I made for her, must have been last year. And it was, I think, the first wire makes I ever did, which was lovely to see. I'd like to think I've developed a little bit since. But yeah, it's lovely that, you know, if you make somebody a Christmas decoration for their tree, to think that it's going to be on their tree for years to come. Well, I think that's very lovely. Mina says, I have a gamer as my Secret Santa. Is it a male or a female? Is there something you can make them, I don't know, games related? Sue says, currently making Christmas gnomes for my yarn cones and felt. Christmas gnomes are so sweet. They've got another name, haven't they? I can't remember what the other name is for them. But they're very, very lovely. Oh, good morning, Liz. She says, good morning. First live once I've managed to catch. Well, hi, Liz. If you are just joining us, we are making beautiful graduated lava stone bead jewellery with gorgeous gemstones and little sparkly crystals too. So I'm going to just add the smallest size on, which is the 4mm. And I think I'm going to leave it as that for now with my lava beads. I'm going to start adding on some of the gorgeous gemstones. And now I'm just going to be playing about with my design. That is still curling round a little bit. So I'm just checking that all of those sizes are correct on both sides, which it is. I'm going to have a quick catch up with the comments. Mina says she's made some heart rainbow decorations yesterday. Celia says she's been doing beaded decorations. Anne has got something she's telling. Someone got me a Barry. What's a Barry, Anne? Gonks, is that what they're called, are also known, says Victoria. Hello from Scandinavia. Liz, oh, those golds are just gorgeous. They are, aren't they? This is the rose gold colourway. I'm hoping that you can see this all right. It's so dark in my room today. Somebody got me a Barbie outfit for Secret Santa because I'm only 4'10". Oh, Anne, oh, please share a picture of that. That sounds amazing. I usually run the bead thread through my hands like wire to straighten. That's a good idea, Diane. I haven't done that. And I've already started, so I can try and do the ends a little bit. If I use my nail, I'll just end up curling it more, won't I? Know. But yeah, this is very thin. I think it's about seven strands of wire possibly in your tiger tail, so it has got that kind of, it's very sturdy, very durable, but also can keep its coiled shape when it's been on my reel. It doesn't usually happen this way for me, but there you go. Okay, so now I'm going to start adding on my gorgeous gemstones and just try and decide what I'd like to pop in between. So I think I'm still going to use these lovely lava beads because we've got so many of them, having them 4 strands. I'm still going to pop a crystal in between each one. As I say, I think adding the crystal just kind of separates them a little bit so you can kind of see the beauty of each of the stones a little bit more, but at the same time it just adds that extra little bit of sparkle. Look at the colour of that one I've just put on. Look at the pink. As I say, each one is completely different in colour. The camera doesn't know what to focus on. Let's move some stuff off the mat. I don't want them to go too far away because I do need them. Let's move this up a little bit too. There you go. So I'm just adding on my gemstones on each side. I'm starting from the middle and I'm working my way out so I can design as I go. Whatever I'm putting on the left side, I'm just mirroring and putting on the right side. So then I'm not going to be having to check I've got the same pattern that I'm making. So let's see, I'm going to use Diane's tip. So she says if I run it, do I want it to come off? If I run it through my fingers the opposite way. Yeah, that's helped that, Diane. Yeah, thank you. See, if you've got a tip, pop a T in front of it so I can easily identify it. If you've got a question, pop it in the comments, pop a Q in the front, and then I'll be able to see that too. Anything I miss, I'm sure Miss Lucy will catch me up or answer it before I get a chance. Sue says, doing a Christmas market tonight, so doing some last minute makes while watching. Hope it's not too cold. Sue, best of luck to you. If you can take somebody with you as a helper, that's a good thing. And then if you need to, I don't know, nip off to the toilet or get yourself a warm beverage or something, you've got somebody to watch your stall. If you're selling for cash, make sure you take plenty of change, take a little mirror so your potential customers can try on anything and have a look at themselves. I'm sure once they see it on, they will absolutely definitely want to buy it. Apologies for wobbling my stand there. I'm trying to get my beads, which are now off the mat, which I've moved away to give myself a little bit of focus. Jackie says she's been making flowers for Christmas Eve wedding centerpieces, bride's bouquet and bridesmaid flowers and buttonholes, all finished now. Can't wait to get back to beading. Jackie, even if it's not beading, share that in the handmade group. That's beautiful, I'm sure. Can't wait to have a little look at them. And congratulations to the happy couple. What a nice time to get married. Liz says, Christmas gnomes are also called, now how do you pronounce this one? Tomt and Nissa? Isn't Google a wonderful thing? Thanks, Liz. You have to click the pronunciation on it for me as well. Joanne says, I haven't been making as I was hoping to. Catch the virus 3 weeks ago, still not quite over it, but getting there. A lot of catching up to do. Joanne, we are sending you all of the best well wishes for a speedy recovery. Take your time, look after yourself. If you do start back making, start off with an easy project, something like this where you can just have a little bit of fun designing on your mat. Very easy, just bead stringing. With absolute gorgeous materials. Have a little look if you fancy of the different gemstones. Choose some of the properties which you think you might need at the moment to make you feel a little bit better. So sending you lots of love. Just reading what you're all chatting about. That doesn't help. You just, Tomt is pronounced Tomt, I think. All right, okay. Liz says, regarding Christmas markets, take the earring ones so people can see what earrings look like without having to put them in. That's a good idea, yeah, because obviously once you put them in, you can't resell them, can you? And Mina would like to know, what is an earring wand? I'm guessing it's something that you can just hold up with the earring in place at the top. Right, let's pop some more of these gorgeous gemstones in. I am taking my time with this because I'm having a lovely little chat with you all. But this is what I love about my Fridays. I get to have a morning with some lovely fellow creative people who are always very friendly, full of wonderful advice, and I get to work with beautiful things. Okay, so I'm adding on more of these gorgeous gemstones with the little crystals in, and then I'm going to add, without wobbling my camera over, more of these tiny little 4mm lava beads. So I hope you're all excited for a lovely weekend, whatever your plans are. I'm going out tonight. My sister is taking me out for an early birthday treat. We're going to go for something to eat. We're going to go into Liverpool. And then I think we're going to the theatre, but I don't know what we're watching. I'm very excited. I've not been, I've got a drama background, so I do love my theatre. And I haven't been because of obviously the pandemic for, well, it feels like years. And I got to go for a little surprise, spare of the moment trip last Friday. I went to see Everybody's Talking About Jamie, and which was very good. And then this Friday, tonight, I'm off out again. She's told me I'm not going to see the same one, which, to be honest, wouldn't bother me because I was just so happy to be in the theatre and watching a show. So get me, not being out for absolutely ages, and now like twice in 1 week. Ah. Carol says, I love this group. So much fun to watch and interact. That's what's lovely about catching alive, isn't it? I mean, I watch them on the catch up. So if I don't ever quite, make it, or I only catch a bit of it, I'll always go back and watch the beginning again. But it's just not the same as being in the live, because I like to have a little interact with whatever you're all talking about. Right, okay, so all I've done there is I've put the smaller lava beads on, then the gemstones, then the smaller, then the gemstones again with the crystals in between. And I think I'm going to keep going with that little bit of a pattern. So I'm just doing 2, 2, 2, 2 there. So I'm back to my smaller lava beads. But I'm going very slow because I'm looking at your comments. Sue says, in Sandbach, it's my second this week and 2 more to go. I bought a turnable earring holder off Amazon. It's fantastic. My daughter's joining me after work, so just got to survive till then. Good luck to you, Sue. You'll be absolutely fine. You sound like an absolute professional at it now, how many you've done. I know Sandbach quite well. I went to university in Alsager when I was at Manchester. So one of my campuses, I had multiple campuses, but one was in Alsager. And then I worked for a little bit with a company called the British Youth Film Association. And we did some filming at Sandbach School once. So been there, kind of know where you are. So you'll see my nails, where it's cooler at the tip and warmer to the bottom of my hand, is starting to change colour a little bit, which I think is rather fun. So earring ones, Mina, Liz is telling you, earring ones are clear perspex with holes to hold the earrings. You could also use a piece of wire with a loop or even a head pin, just to give the customer an idea. That's a really good idea, Liz. I wouldn't have thought of that. Oh, Carol's going out for a meal with her beading friends. How lovely. Well, enjoy. I've got a lot to catch up. Good morning, Edward. Good morning, Kay. She says, I've got the silver and black lava beads now. I need the rose gold. They're lovely. Pop them in your basket, Kay. They're a bargain. For the full weekend, you're getting 25% off these bundles. So don't miss out. Right. I should be alternating, so I'm doing one side at a time, but I've not. I've done one little section at a time on each one. It just means I need to concentrate a little bit more than I am doing. But again, if you do miss a bead or add an extra one on, doesn't matter, because with you working from the middle, you can just take it off and redo. Also like to line them up, and if they're looking like they're at the same point, then it's pretty much right. And what's right or wrong, you might just be adding in an extra little bit of uniqueness into your work. So small lava bead, little tiny crystal, small lava bead, and then I will do the same on the other side. Just get more crystals out. Patricia says, good morning everyone, bit late, just been for a prescription. I've got an eye infection and it's been stopping me doing my beading. Just hope it clears up soon. I do too, Patricia. I hope you're okay. I don't know. Can't really say rest up when it's your eye, can you? I hope you're all right. And Liz says, those champagne ones are calling to me. The champagne is beautiful and it's with the tiger eye. If you're going to get the kit today, 25% off. So I think the cheapest one is about £13.50 and the most expensive is only £15.90 with that offer. So as I say, not to be missed. And that offer is kindly on all weekend. So thank you, Simon. Okay, so I'm going to probably be coming up to the end soon. As I say, you can do whatever design, whatever pattern that you like with these. Have a little play about with them. I'll show you the others that I did again at the end, so you can see just all the different things that you can do. You don't have to use one length of tiger tail. You can string an extra one in if you want, or you can make maybe a multi-strand one. That would be a bit gorgeous, wouldn't it? So have a little play about. You'll be getting enough on here as well if you want to make the matching bracelet. Add a few more on. Oh, Patricia says, thank you, Natalie. So do I. I've got a craft fair on Wednesday. Look at you all doing craft fairs. You entrepreneur yous. I've done a craft fair. I've been to many. Well, I haven't had a craft fair as such, but I did have a little shop in one of the museums in Liverpool for a little bit, which was very exciting. It's just lovely to see your makes like laid out on a table or on a shelf or wherever, really. I don't think you realise just how many pieces that you make until you get them all out. Okay. So I think I'm going to add a couple more gemstones and then I'm going to finish this off. And I'm going to use my rose gold findings because obviously we're using the rose gold plated lava beads and the gemstones represent the rose colour. So I think they would tie in just lovely. I do love how unique and how different each one of these gemstones are. Look at the difference in colour there. That's why it's often hard to identify what gemstones you've got because, typically these being called rhodochrosite are meant to be rose coloured and there is little speckles of rose colour in that. There's an awful lot of other tones and other colours. So if you just had this one gemstone bead on its own, I wouldn't have been able to identify what that is. But they're all there on the string for you and all the information's on the site. So it's really good to have a little nose and see what you want. Okay, should I add? I'll add a couple more of my lava stone off to finish. Sue says, afternoon all, I'm well late today. Where have you been, Anne? Sue, what have you been doing? Thank you for joining us. As I say, it really doesn't matter if you're not here for the live. All of the videos are saved on the website, so you can have a scroll back through all of the many, many hundreds of projects that we've done. You can also catch up on YouTube or Facebook one of the good things you can do is you can share the video and you can save it, and then it will be in your playlist and easy to find if there's something that you want to catch up with. And if you like what we do, give us a thumbs up, hit the like button. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that and the length of that. So what I'm going to do is, just so I don't lose anything, just going to pop my bead stopper on while I do this one end. And I'm going to get my findings out. So I'm going to need, and as I say, the findings kit is separately sold on the website if you would like any additional ones. There's all sorts of colours that you can get, and I think they are $3.99, which is an absolute bargain for the amount of everything that you get in there. So I'm going to first off take one of my lovely little rose gold Callouts, and there's a little hole in the bottom of those two sides. There you go. So I'm just threading that tiger tail through that, letting that drop down to the end. And I'm picking up 2 crimp beads. You don't have to use 2, but I always feel it's a little bit more sturdy and secure. As I say, your lava beads can be quite weighty. I'm then going to use my pliers to get close in. In fact, I tell you what, I'm going to do it this way instead. So I'm not fiddling about with them. I'm going to move them up towards the space in that tiger tail, so I'm not trying to pinch them in between the calotte on this side. So I've just flattened them down. And then I'm going to trim off any of the extra tiger tail sticking out the end of there. Move up my calotte and pinch that over with my fingers. And then again, very gently with my pliers. I want this to close over nice and neat, so it kind of looks like a little, I don't know, a bead, I suppose. These will line up so I can get my jump ring through them. But I don't want to put too much weight on it, too much pressure rather, because I don't want to dint that. I want to keep that nice and keep its shape. Good morning to Alison. She says, hi from a windy day in Cape Town. It's always wonderful to catch up with Totally Beads. Well, welcome to you, Alison. It's lovely to have you here with us. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one of my jump rings on. So I'm going to take my jump rings. I'm not going to hold it with the little pincery part here at the end. I'm going to use loads of that surface area and give myself a good grip. And I'm going to pick up another pair and give that twist open. And then thread that through and close that over. I'm going to go past that point of the meeting so it will close perfectly. And then I'm going to move all of my gemstones and my beads up so that's sitting nice and flush at the end and there's no gaps in there. Now, I always like to make sure that I have my necklace that I'm making in its kind of shape that I want it to be in when it's finished. As I say before, if I've held this out, you can sometimes put a little bit too much tension on that tiger tail. So I'm just going to give it that little curved shape, and then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. I'm going to add in my calotte to the end. I'm going to add on my 2 crimp beads. And then I'm going to get my needle nose pliers just to make sure I can get in up close to crimp my crimp beads next to that calotte. There you go. I'm going to trim the end off. Closing it over. I tend to do it with my fingers and then just a little bit more with my pliers so they close up nice. Then I'm going to take another jump ring and I'm going to take my lobster clasp. And you can use any clasps you want with this. The magnetic ones might be particularly lovely as well. There's all sorts of different finishes on the magnetic ones. You can get rose gold in them. You also get ones with little diamantes in them. There's all sorts on the website. Let's pop my clasp on the right way so it's there when I open it up. And then I'm going to close my jump ring. I did, didn't I? I've had it on the right way to begin with. Oh dear, I didn't put my crimp bead on properly. Oh no, it's okay, it's not the end of the world. These things happen. So close to the end there, you know. Happens to the best of us. I clearly didn't crimp my bead as much as I wanted to. So let's see where I was up to. So I had one of those. Oh dear. It always happens to me, doesn't it? You know, how many of these did I make in terms of sample? We never had one problem with that. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. Right, I'm just stringing on the beads that have just fallen off, and hopefully I'll have enough space with the tiger tail to finish where I did. Otherwise, it's not going to be symmetrical. Oh, bother. I'm not going to get them on now, am I? Oh, no. So you can always add, you can always cut your tiger tail off, but you can't add it. Right. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pretend that didn't happen and I'm going to finish it there so I've got enough. Take two. This one can be mine to keep. I'll just wear it a little bit wonky. You won't see it when it's on the back of my neck anyway. Oh, I don't know. You're all having a good laugh at me now. Right, okay. So let's get another callout out. Let's get 2 crimp beads and make sure we crimp these down properly this time. It was going so well. Okay. Great. Watch me do this now. I'm going to get it properly. I mustn't have had them done tight enough. So I'm squishing them right down. There is no way that is coming off that tiger tail. I'm putting all the force I can muster into that to close them over. Carol says, glad it's not just me, this happens too. Carol, everything always happens to me, but I'll be honest, that's not happened to me before. I'm usually very good at this. I've had enough practice bead stringing now, haven't I? Right, close that calot over. What am I going to blame it on? Or is it a shoddy workman blames their tools? It was definitely my crimp bead. I had a dodgy crimp bead. But that's not the case, is it? Because the products from Totally Beads are fantastic. It was definitely my fault. It was user error there. Okay, let's pop this back on again. Just biding my time because we've not quite been an hour yet. Okay. There you go. It's a little less symmetrical than it probably should be at the top because I've missed those beads off. In fact, I'm going to put it on and I'm going to see if you can notice when I bring it up. I don't know. Diane says, I use 2 crimp beads, but turn the wire back on itself through the original crimp. Diane, you're just full of wonderful suggestions today. Thank you for that. I often usually bring my tiger tail back through the beads that I'm using, but because I'd finished with the tiny crystals, I just thought I won't, because I'll struggle to get the tiger tail back through them. Let me move the straps on my jumper and then you can see it better. Victoria says, leave extra tiger tail after the crimping and thread the extra length back through the beads. Lesson learned. Okay, you can't tell because my clasp is just not sitting directly on the back. It's slightly over the other side. So this should still look symmetrical at the front. And it is beautiful. And now it's unique to me. So yeah, this one won't be getting sold at no craft fair. This one is for maybe I did it on purpose so I could keep it. I promise. And let me show you the ones I've done earlier, and you can see the different designs in them. So you are getting 4 different strands of your lava beads in different sizes, graduating from 4, 6, 8, and 10 millimeter. You can do whatever you like in terms of design. You can create a lovely wonky one like I've just done today. You can graduate those sizes up. You can use those beautiful little crystals just to kind of space them out and show them off, which I think you can really see on the gorgeous gold colour with yellow jade here. Again, kept the lava stone at the bottom, done a little section of the gemstones, back to graduated in the lava, gemstones, and graduated again with the gorgeous champagne and tiger eye. Just had so much fun doing them. I've put the gemstones in between, but still graduated the size from larger to smaller going up and then back out again. With the rutilated quartz and the rhodium, I've graduated and popped the little crystals in between those ones too. Oh, sorry, this one's the black one with the blue tiger eye, isn't it? What am I doing? What am I talking about? Look at the, can you see the black tiger eye's got that gorgeous blue sheen to it? You see that? Liz says, very pretty and hidden by your long hair. It needs another haircut, don't I? So they're just some of the different designs that you can use today to create your gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous gemstone and lava bead necklaces. I love them. If you make them, please share them in the group because I'd love to see what you've done in terms of graduating those sizes and kind of showing off those gorgeous stones. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you stayed to the end, aren't you? So you can see me in all my glory with all the things that go wrong for me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you all for being so patient with me as well. I will see you, when am I with you next? Wednesday, I'm guessing. Yeah, I think it might be Wednesday. We've got a very special guest with us on Monday, so do tune in for that. It's going to be lovely. I'm looking forward to watching that one particularly. So have a lovely, lovely weekend, everybody, and I will see you next week. Lots and